We're going to be discussing this recent Bitcoin price explosion. Is Bitcoin ready to go to a new all-time high, or this is just a fake out and we're going to see one more drop? Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We post a video every single day. This video is brought to you by our partner Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange, guys. I use it for all of my trades. Very good exchange. Bitcoin, guys, going completely insane. Yesterday, we were talking about a possibility of going down to 103,000, 104,000. And I want to show you what happened, which is quite incredible. We basically went down to $105,100. And I'm going to show you what I say in my VIP. We were basically going long around 104,500 to 105,000. So we missed by $100. And Bitcoin just went up like 5% in a space of 16 hours. Totally insane. Next level manipulation. And now we need to understand what to do. But also, guys, what is quite incredible, I'm going to show you right now, okay? Bitcoin rejection at $109,700. In the VIP, as per our analysis, you can see from here. I'm going to go back so you can see very well what I'm talking about. So just you understand that we are legit. You can see here, resistance zone 109,500, 110,000 for a short from here. Everything short setup documented from here. And I'm going to be very honest here because I like honesty in this channel. I went and started to short before this around 107,000 with a small position. I'm still DCAing. So hopefully I'm going to be out with a profit. But Ethereum, guys, Ethereum, I'm going to show you as well what they say with ETH. Long setup 2000, short setup 2,580, 2,630. You're going to go from here. You're going to see ETH went to 2,620 and then it dropped down. So with this one, guys, did very well, made a profit, and also all of my pro members who decided to go and, of course, short the market at the right level, BTC, they're already in profit. You can see, for example, Rudy, Walter White, everything written here, guys. So the good thing is that you can see that we didn't go and just short it randomly at 105,000, whatever. We just waited for the right time to enter. So as always, guys, the VIP is one step ahead for making money, education. There's a link in the description here for also our trading results. So if you want to join, link in the description. But those is for people that really want to learn about trading. They're interested. They want to have, like, I would say, like a reliable person in a group of professional traders who is going to make the difference. But now let's go back into BTC and let's talk about what could be happening right now. So hopefully we're not going to go higher than this because, as I told you, I anticipated my short. I went against my own analysis, guys. Bad mistake. And we need to understand how high we could be going down to. Now, it is very unclear right now. Very unclear that you can see on the daily chart, we have a beautiful bullish engulfing candle. We are still not confirming the breakout from here. We're still basically, we are on the verge of a breakout. You can see a little bit of a positive volume coming in. And if the breakout is going to happen, then I could be seeing BTC going probably around this area from here, around probably 112,000 to 114,000. That could be definitely a possibility if we're going to go up this way. And what could be the catalyst for this to happen? Well, I'm going to show you in a second. So what could be happening today, we're going to have very important news and catalysts. And the most important is going to be the unemployment rate. So if we're going to have a high unemployment rate, then the Fed is going to quite likely to cut interest rates because they can't really keep the economy like that. And also it's going to be the initial jobless claims as well. Those are going to be the two most important that are going to tell us, okay, the economy is deteriorating, they will have to cut rates and blah, blah, blah. And therefore, the market could actually rebound well. So I guess we have to see what's going to be happening. Now, something I'm going to show you why I'm a little bit concerned right now. First of all, because of the economy is going down, the Fed doesn't want to cut rates. Second of all, remember, Donald Trump with the tariffs deadline approaching on July the 9th, investors and traders might sell off in anticipation of the news. So even if you're going to get, for example, let's say like a pump up to here, like 112,000, 113,000, then I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see another drop, like a consolidation down to here before the next leg higher. So I would be very careful right now, to go. People asking me like, should I go longer with the breakout? No. It's going to be quite risky, to be honest, at the resistance. Also, I want to show you a little bit more of information from here. You can see that right now there is a cluster of selling orders, like a big cluster around 110,000 to 111,000. Are they going to be taken? I guess we have to wait and see. But right now, I don't really like the situation, to be honest. I might be totally wrong, guys. We could be going to 120K. But what I'm looking at right now, if you haven't entered a short already, if I was about to basically consider what I should be doing from here, from a trader point of view, I will be looking at areas to go long or short, more around here. Sorry, more around this area and more around this area. I wouldn't go right now in the middle like that, because basically right now you have 50-50 chance to get it right. So that's what I can see with BTC. So again, this confirmation of this channel break still pending, in my opinion. Although, if you draw a line here, it tells you that we've broken up this way. So if it's going to continue to go higher from here, we could be going higher. But if this could be easy, like a fake out, and then it's going to do something like that, and then we can go down. But again, we have to wait and see what's going to be happening. As an investor, I'm not going to add any more position. As a trader, as I said before, I'm already in a short position, currently in a loss, which hopefully is going to become a profit. I have lots of money to add, so hopefully it's going to be fine. But we will see. Next one, guys, I want to show you Ethereum. Lots of people are talking about Ethereum. What can be happening right now? Let's go on the daily chart to show you a little bit better where we are with ETH. So ETH, as I told you so many times, we are into this we were into this ascending channel, and very similar to Bitcoin. This breakout is still not confirmed. What I will tell you, which is positive, right? We have a MACD crossover, which is very good. We have also like a spike in volume here, which is very good, but at the same time, we are still below resistance. So my concern is that, and I'm going to show you other stuff, to be concerned as well, is that if you're going to still stay below this level, if we don't have like a proper confirmation to close above here, are we going to have like a bad news today coming up that is going to basically do something like this, something like this, something like this? Or are we going to be able to close here and then to continue higher? And again, as an investor, if I had to accumulate more, I would probably wait for a bigger dip, not right now. And if I was a trader, then I had to go long and short. Again, I would probably trade the extremes in this level. I wouldn't go right now to basically, because right now you have a 50-50 chance, pretty much, how things are gonna fall. As I showed you before, we can go like on liquidation heat map, like order books. You can see lots of order books like coming from here. There is also something around 114,000, so we could be going there. And we can also have a look, for example, at Ethereum for like the, again, order books from here. Or we can be see there's so many orders right now in between 2,600 to 2,650. So very interesting to see what's going to be happening with ETH. But guys, these markets, I would say, manipulated is really not even a strong enough word to describe this market. Crazy, totally crazy. Like I've never seen anything like this. Really, just up and down, up down 4% in a day, up 4% in a day. I don't know what kind of game these like market makers are playing. Solana was talking about yesterday that if we were going to lose this channel, it would have gone down, and we had a miracle where we basically were able to stay above this channel. You can see that right now we are basically still into this ascending channel, and as I said before, even with Solana, situation hasn't changed. Solana is basically waiting for a nice and multi-week breakout. You can see that if it's going to be able to go, let's say, above 160, around where 160, 161, we could be seeing really this coin to go completely crazy and just explode to the upside. And also, what is quite remarkable, you need to also observe the following: is that Solana right now, you probably can tell me what kind of shape is this. I can go and basically put a reverse. Sometimes, like when you invert the scales, you can see very well. Solana looks like almost it's into a head and shoulder. So inverted head and shoulder. You can see the shoulder here, the other shoulder. So it could be sometimes like a complex head and shoulder or an inverted head and shoulder. What you need to be careful right now with Solana is the following: Is this just a correction like this? We had this head and shoulder, we retested it, and now we're going to continue to go down, or are we going to see more up this way? That's the only question, but nobody can deny that there is like a potential inverted head and shoulder. And the question is, are we going to see maybe one more dip coming, maybe down to here, form like a broader shoulder from here, and then it's going to continue to go high. Again, with Solana, as I said before, if I was a spot buyer, I would be careful to buy here. Even I told you so many times, I don't care if now Solana is going to go to $300,000. I'm still 40%, 45% in cash, 55% invested. And even if it goes to $400, I wouldn't care. I'm going to stay as well this position, because if now, let's say, Solana is going to go and drop down to $100, I'm going to be a big buyer and I have the money to buy the dip. But if it goes, let's say, up to here, up to 300, I'm going to be making money regardless. Risk management is the most important thing. So similar target, guys, very similar. The total free is really on a verge of a breakout. I'm really wondering to see what's going to be happening today with the unemployment rate, because that is probably going to be the determinant whether we're going to see a breakout from here. Because again, potentially inverted head and shoulder from here. If he breaks and stays above, it's quite likely we're going to continue to go higher and probably reaching a previous all-time high from here. Because you can see it's like the head and shoulder. You can see we can go from here, get it here, bring it up, and it brings you exactly to the previous all-time high. So, but again, is this the right movement, or are we going to see one more dip to scare investors and then boom, it's going to go higher? So be careful right now where we are. Next one I want to talk about, guys, very important as well, is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance forming right now on the 4 hours a head and shoulder, meaning that if it's going to break down, we could be seeing the Bitcoin dominance going down, and of course seeing lots of, I would say, altcoins to go completely crazy. We can, I would say, see better from the weekly point of view. Like usually, like a weekly chart, it's always better, and you can see is now attempting to have a bearish crossover on the MACD, and you can see that right now we're basically sitting around here. So is this the end of the Bitcoin dominance? Is it going to go down from here now, or are we going to see another pump around the 68 to 70%? Very difficult to say. But again, guys, right now is still Bitcoin season, and you can see that. So we're basically now into a, we can say like, like a ascending wedge, we could say. Ascending wedge, and suddenly once this is going to break, altcoins should be doing very, very well and perform, of course, against Bitcoin. So important to say this. Then next one I want to show you guys today, very important, is going to be, of course, the S&P 500. S&P 500 hasn't had a correction. We are getting into a very dangerous territory. 6,227, zero correction. Market just goes up and up and up and up. I don't like this. I saw this one in 2021. I saw this one recently as well last year, is that it keeps going higher and then suddenly it's going to have a major correction. And if it has a major correction, it's going to drag crypto down with it. So this is my personal opinion, guys, not intended as financial advice, but I would say that we're going to get to a point where this thing is going to correct and you will probably drag crypto down with it. Something like that. Okay. And usually what happens is Bitcoin corrects first, then the S&P follows, then Bitcoin is going to have his parabolic melt up, and then basically we're going to be seeing S&P to perform as well, like, this final leg to the upside. And guys, for today, that's it. The last thing I want to show you as well is just to give you a little bit of a, I would say, outlook of the potential macroeconomic view right now with BTC, what could be happening right now. As I told you so many times, there is not much time left, in my opinion. The Fed might probably come soon and hint of rate cuts because the economy is decelerating fast. We can see as well metrics like, trueflation, the measurement of inflation, guys. We are getting totally destroyed with trueflation. like really it's at 2.03%. If then Donald Trump is not going to establish his tariffs, this thing is going to just plummet. And then I think it's going to be already too late. So I think we don't have lots of time for BTC to go and perform his final pump. His final pump, in my opinion, is going to be around probably 135, 140. Not expecting something crazy. I'm sorry for the Bitcoin maxes who are expecting 200,000, 300,000. I don't think this cycle we're going to see that kind of money. I would probably say more like 145, 150 or something like that. And then maybe the next one, maybe 220, 250. Not expecting $1 million per Bitcoin or something like that. So again, I could be totally wrong. Personally speaking, once BTC is going to go to 130, 140, it's going to finish its cycle. Then altcoin should be probably rip and go crazy. That's probably when I'm going to sell all of my Bitcoins. And also when I see my alts, the altcoins, exploding as well, that's when I'm going to basically go fully cash and chill until the beginning of the next bear market. But I really hope you find this video useful, guys. Very confusing situation right now. BTC doesn't know where to go, but be very careful with this manipulation. Market makers are going totally insane right now, so be careful where you're placing your trades, especially right now. Always go for the extremes. But otherwise, you have a great day, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.